Good morning. Let's start the daily current affairs discussion. The first topic that we'll take today is the insolvency by the airline called Go Fast. The airline has filed for bankruptcy, which would have ripples after the domestic aviation sector, rising passenger fare and triggering a rush among competitors to grab Go Fast market share. Go Fast is a domestic airline, okay, and it has a number of fleets and providing air transport services. And all of a sudden, 2 days back, it declared cancel all the services without prior intimation to the customers. So you might have seen in the television that how the customers suffered on the day when it cancelled all its flights without prior intimation to the customers who are booked ticket and are on the some of them are in even itself in the airport to board the flight, but flight have been cancelled by the company. Cash-strapped no-frill carrier Go Airline Limited or Go Fast said that it was filing for voluntary insolvency proceedings with the National Company Law Tribunal, blaming engine manufacturer Pratt and Whitney P&W for its financial situation. The Vadiyar Group airline has been struggling for some time now, with half of its fleet of aircraft grounded due to snag in the P&V engines, okay, P&W engines supplied by a foreign company or the financial problems. Have a decision to go on its own to the National Company Law Tribunal, the adjudicating authority for insolvency resolution under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, came as a shock for employees, passengers, and the sector. Industry insiders believe this could spell the end of Go Fast, or formerly Go Air, in its current avatar development, with likely ramification for India's highly competitive aviation landscape. Go Fast is the first Indian carrier since Jet Airways go to the NCLT under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. The tribunal will hear the airline's plea on Thursday. Okay, but as Go Fast said, the airline said it was forced to apply for the NCLT after ever increasing number of falling engines supplied by Pratt and Whitney International Aero Engine led to the grounding of 25 aircraft, or half of its fleet of Airbus 320 neo planes, and major financial stress because in half of its fleets of around 25 aircrafts there is technical error due to the faulty engine supplied by the foreign company. Okay, that led to its going this way. Copas say P&W, which is the exclusive supplier of engine for the Airbus 320 NEOS, has failed to meet contractual obligations and refused to comply with an arbitration award from the Singapore International Arbitration Center. It added that more likely engine failure over the next 3-4 months would have made its operation unviable. GoFast has been hit by engine snags since January 2020. It has claimed that the percentage of its grounded aircraft due to P&W faulty engine has grown from 7% in December 19 to 13% in December 2020 to 50% in December 2022, while incurring 100% operational cost has set it back by 10,000 crore in lost revenue and additional expenses, which is a big burden on the company. According to the airlines, the SICA has directed this engine manufacturing company P&W dispatch at least 10 serviceable spare leased engine by April 27 and 10 spare leasing engine per month until December. Had P&W complied to the order of the Singapore court, the airline could have turned to full operation by August or September, leading to financial rehabilitation and survival. But as no such supply is coming from the engine manufacturer, so more and more supply is being grounded, leading to this ultimate loss and closure. The engine manufacturer denied Go First allegation and said the airline has a lengthy history of missing its financial obligations to P&W. But P&W did not mention this in its brief official statement, denied Go First allegation that it was not complying with the SICA direction. Go First has also filed an emergency petition in the US court seeking enforcement of the SICA award. Which creditor have exposed to GoFast and how much? GoFast has told NCLT that it owes 6,521 crore to financial creditors. The carrier had not defaulted on its due until April 30th. It has informed the NCLT that given its current financial position, default are imminent. That means its future payment will be default. But till 30th of April, it has not defaulted on any payment. GoFast has also borrowed 1,292 crore under the government's emergency credit scheme. Its total liability to all creditors, including dues to banks, financial institutions, vendors, and aircraft leasers, are of the tune of 11,461 crore. What does this mean for GoFast competitors? Although GoFast was already operating a truncated fleet due to widespread grounding up and was continuously bleeding market share, its absence from the SIC could create an opportunity for other domestic carriers. GoFast has cancelled flight until May 5th. It is also not taking new booking until May 15th. With the matter now with the NCLT, the disruption is expected to be prolonged. In March, GoFast domestic market share, the passenger carrier, was 6.9% of the January-March quarter. It was 7.8%. Director General of Civil Aviation data shows from January-March, GoFast was the third largest domestic airline by market share. It carried almost 9 lakh flyers in March, more than 29 lakhs in January-March period. 29 lakhs passengers it has carried. India's overall domestic passenger count for March and January-March were 1.29 crore and 3.75 crore respectively. Okay. March and January-March. In March it was 1.29 crore and from January to March it was 3.75 crore. GoFast has an impressive passenger load factor of more than 99% during the January-March. In this year's approved summer schedule, March 26 to October 28 for airlines carriers, GoFast was operate 1,538 flights per week, 10.7% more than the preceding winter schedule. It had the plan, but unfortunately, all went wrong. Okay, so all the flights have been cancelled. The company declared bankrupt and out of service. Okay. About National Company Law Tribunal, National Company Law Tribunal or NCLT is a quasi-judicial body in India adjudicating issues concerning companies in the country. It was formed in July 2016, July 1st, 2016, as per the provisions of the Company Act 2013 by the Indian government. All proceedings by the Company Act, such as arbitration, arrangements, compromise, reconstruction, and winding up of company will be disposed of by the tribunal. The NCLT is also the adjudicating authority for insolvency proceedings under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. The NCLT has the authority to dispose of cases pending before the Board of Industrial and Financial Reconstruction, as well as those pending under the SIC Industrial Companies Act 1985. Also to take up those cases pending before the Appellate Authority for Industrial and Financial Reconstruction. It can also take up cases relating to the operation and mismanagement of a company. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 is India's bankruptcy law, which aims to unify the existing framework by establishing a single insolvency and bankruptcy law. Insolvency is a condition in which a debtor is unable to pay his or her debt. Bankruptcy is a legal process that involves an insolvent person or company that is unviable has to pay its debt. So it is what say insolvency say. So if it is accepted, so it says that this company is unable to pay its debt. Class online class Okay, so check Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, India's bankruptcy law, which aim to unify the existing framework by establishing a single insolvency and bankruptcy law. Insolvency is a condition in which a debtor is unable to pay its debt. Insolvency. Remember these two things. Insolvency is a condition in which a debtor is unable to pay his or her debt. Bankruptcy is a legal process that involves an insolvent person or company that is unable to pay its debt. It establishes clear and faster insolvency procedures to assist creditors such as banks in recovering debt and avoiding bad loans, which are a major drag on the economy. It's an all-encompassing insolvency code that applies to all business, partnership, and individual other than financial firms. Insolvency Management Code 2016, the code repealed all previous legislations and established a standardized framework for resolving insolvency and bankruptcy cases. It enables creditors to analyze a debtor's viability as a business decision. Furthermore, creditor might either agree to the plan for its resurrection or propose a quick liquidation. The code establishes a new legal structure. This framework aided in the formalization and liquidation of an insolvency resolution process that was time bound. The framework consisted of the following elements: insolvency professionals, okay, and Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Amendment Bill 2021. Adjudicating authority, the National Company Law Tribunal is the deciding authority for corporations and limited liability firms. Individuals and partnership firms have their debt adjudicated by the Debt Recovery Tribunal or DRT, as they are called as. Okay. The goal of the code is to address insolvencies in a timely way, and the evaluation and viability determination must be done within 180 days. The company is subject to 180-day moratorium can be extended up to 270 days. The resolution time frame for startup and small business is 90 days, which can be extended by uh, another 4 days, 45 days. Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Amendment Bill 2021. The pre-packaged insolvency resolution process, pre-PACS, has proposed an insolvency resolution mechanism for micro, small, and medium enterprises. M. The PIRP process in the code will address the issue faced by the MSME due to impact of the pandemic and the unique nature of their business, duly recognizing their importance in the economy. So, it has been amended. Insolvency Bankruptcy Code amended in 2021 after the pandemic to give some relief to the sectors, especially MSMEs, because they are going to be hardest hurt by this issue. Okay. Then the second topic is, so, and this is coming to the first topic that we have discussed, that is the go first of market or of service is a symptom that is being accumulated in Indian air industries, and that led, even you see, government has privatized the Air India, and the private airlines are on keen competition, so even incurring losses, although the air travel domain is on expansionary mode. Okay. Then why the recent rain is not relief? Despite the recent soil this year is widely expected to be hotter and dry. Though the IMD has forecasted a normal monsoon, the development of El Nino, which is known to surpass monsoon rainfall over India, is happening faster than expected. Right? The first 2 days of May have been unusually wet, except the northeastern states, Jharkhand and West Bengal. The entire country has received plenty of rain, with some area in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh getting as much as 10 to 15 times the expected rainfall. This exceptional spell of rainfall was the result of a number of relatively local weather phenomena over the different parts of the country coming together at the same time. According to the Indian Meteorological Department (IMD), the spell is expected to get over by Thursday, but the unusual rainfall is also a reminder of the increasing uncertainties in weather pattern becoming evident not just in India but across the globe. Because in the last 1 or 2 years, there is heavy rainfall around the world in on time, means not in the Okay. So this exceptional spell of rain was the result of a number of related local weather phenomena over different parts of the country coming together at the same time. According to the IMD, this spell is expected to be over by Thursday. Global, the month of March this year, the second warmest March ever since the beginning of the record in the mid 1800. Okay. As an analysis in the Carbon Brief, a climate change focused online publication in UK said that the year 2023 was shaping up to become one of the top four warmest year on record, citing the rapid development of the El Nino event, which has an overall warming impact on the planet. El Nino is a warm current that emerged in the Peru coast, the Pacific Ocean, and it has its own impact on the weather phenomena around the world and especially on Indian monsoon. How much is India warming up? The increase in temperature evident all over the world is being experienced in India too, though at a slightly lower level than the global average. The year 2022, for example, was 1.5 degrees Celsius warmer than the pre-industrial times. The average temperature of 1850 to 900 period, and was the fifth or the sixth warmest year on record. In India, average temperature in 2020 was 0.64 degrees Celsius higher than the normal. The difference from the pre-industrial temperature is not clear, but the warming over India is known to be lower than the global average. The most comprehensive assessment of India's climate done by the Ministry of Earth Science in 2020 had shown that average annual mean temperature in India has risen by about 0.7 degree Celsius from 900. This is significantly less than the global rise in temperature, which has exceeded 1 degree Celsius for several years now. By the end of the century, the warming over India is likely to be in the range of 2.4 to 4.4 degrees Celsius from the current level in different emission scenarios. The warming over the seas around India has been much higher. Sea surface temperature in the tropical Indian Ocean have risen by almost 1 degree Celsius between 1950 and 2015. This assessment said and were projected to increase even further. So, what is imminent is and universal is? So, global temperature is on a rising speed. Okay, and due to many factors. Okay, so this is this is increased due to human induced climate change, and its impact will be very severe on the earth. Okay. Uh, okay, the warming over the sea around India has been much higher. Sea surface temperature in the tropical Indian Ocean have risen by almost 1 degree Celsius between 1950 to 2015. This assessment said and were projected to increase even further. What about the different states in India? The warming over India is not uniform across region. Some states have become more hotter than others. Last week, the IMD released state-level warming trend for the first time. Data from 29 states showed that temperature in Madhya Pradesh, Goa, Kerala has increased at the rate of more than 1 degree Celsius over 100 years in the last 120 years. Most of the northern states, Mizoram, Assam, Sikkim, Manipur, Tripura, have seen their temperature climb at rate more than 0.7 degrees Celsius for 100 years. However, eastern states, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, have experienced least warming. Bihar's temperature has been nearly flat, registering a rise of 0.02 degrees Celsius over 100 years. Uttar Pradesh, the warmest warming of 1.30 degrees Celsius, is also the same bracket. Goa has been maximum increased trend in annual rainfall. Its rainfall has increased at the rate of 21 millimeter over the 100 years period, followed by Gujarat and Tripura. Rainfall has decreased in Andhra Pradesh, Nagaland, and Manipur. Warming and rainfall has their own relationship. How warm was 2020 per state since 1901? Warmest year on record Sikkim, second warmest Himachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Punjab, third warmest Assam, Manipur, fourth warmest Andhra Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland, fifth warmest Odisha. Long term warming Himachal Pradesh 1.5, Goa 1.4. This is the temperature increase. Then death caused by extreme weather events, lightning 1600, flood and heavy rains 917, cyclone 6, snowfall 33, and then heat wave 30, cold wave 1, dust storm 2022, thunderstorm 32. Last year, several states in India saw temperature record being broken. The year 2022 was the warmest year on record for Sikkim, while it was the second warmest for Himachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, and Punjab. Interestingly, at least two states, Karnataka and Telangana, were cooler than normal in 2022, though only marginally. Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab saw the maximum rise in temperature last year compared to their normal. In Uttarakhand, average annual mean temperature in 2022 was 1.1 degrees Celsius higher than the average of 981 to 2010 period, which weather event killed most people. For the first time, the IMD also presented data on death caused by extreme weather events. While heat wave have attracted a lot of attention, lightning strike have been killed a great number of the people in India. More than 60% of the death caused by weather events in India in 2022 were due to lightning strike. Flood and extreme rainfall event claimed 957 lives. These numbers are only indicative and could be much larger. Since the IMD and the state government relied on media reports to compile the list of casualties. Fine. So, what impact is on the issue is the El Nino factor. Okay. Okay. So El Nino means little boy or Chris child is Spanish. The phenomena was thus named because it was first recognized by the South American fishermen in the early part of the 17th century. The events are warm water in the Pacific Ocean near the Peru coast tend to occur in December, hence the name was chosen. El Nino refers to the large-scale ocean atmosphere climate interaction linked to periodic warming in sea surface temperature across the central and east central equatorial Pacific. It is associated with high pressure in the western Pacific. El Nino adversely impact the Indian monsoon and hence agriculture in India. How El Nino affects India? In a normal monsoon year, without El Nino, the pressure distribution is as follows. The coast of Peru in South America has a higher pressure than the region near North Australia and Southeast Asia. The Indian Ocean is warmer than the adjoining ocean and so has relatively low pressure. Hence, moisture-laden winds move from near the Western Pacific to the Indian Ocean. The pressure on the landmass of India is lower than the Indian Ocean, and so the moisture-laden wind move further from the ocean to the lands. Okay. If this normal pressure distribution is affected for some reason, the monsoon are affected. What happens because of El Nino? The cool surface water of the Peruvian coast goes warm because of El Nino. When the water is warm, the normal trade wind get lost or reverse their direction. Hence, the flow of moisture-laden wind is directed towards the coast of Peru from the Western Pacific, the region near northern Australia and Southeast Asia. This causes heavy rain in Peru during the El Nino years, relieving the Indian subcontinent of its normal monsoon rains. The larger the temperature and pressure difference, the larger the rainfall shortage in India. Hence, in 1950, out of 13 drought that India faced, 10 have been during El Nino years and 1 in a La Nina year. La Nina is the opposite of El Nino. This is because, in general, an El Nino means lesser than average rain for India. Indian agriculture is heavily dependent on monsoon, and because of this, lesser rainfall during the monsoon generally translates to below average crop yields. Okay. Then the next topic is a topic preliminary, the CHUCHIL portal. In news, the University Grant Commission has launched the CU Chayan, a unified faculty recruitment portal for Central University. CU stands for Central University. Okay, and CHIL is for the selection. The UGC has developed this portal to create an enabling environment for both universities and the applicants. Significant, the portal would cater to needs of all stakeholders in the teachers recruitment process. The portal will provide a common platform for listing vacancies, advertisement and job across the central universities. The portal makes the recruitment process completely online, starting from application to screening, with alerts to all the users of the portal. The next topic is the neurotoxic gas. Okay, so recently there is a gas leak in Ludhiana of Punjab. The Ludhiana gas leak have claimed 11 lives. Authority hint the death is due to inhalation of the neurotoxic gases. What is about this neurotoxic gas? Neurotoxicity occurs when the exposure to natural or man-made toxic substance, neurotoxicants, alter the normal activity of the nervous system that induces brain, spinal cord, and the nerves. Nerve cells or neurons communicate with each other through a series of electrical and chemical signals and are at the greatest risk of damage from neurotoxins because of their high metabolic rate. Neurotoxic substance can damage the nerve cell functioning by modifying the structure of the cell membrane, which control the passage of the ions into and out of the neurons. As a result, the electrical activity of the neurons may change. Furthermore, neurotoxins can prevent neurotransmitters from being released or taken up by other neurons, thereby preventing their production or release. Neurotransmitters are responsible for signal transmissions between neurons. Okay, so the Ludhiana death, gas leak and the death because of this inhalation of the neurotoxic gases that affected the central nervous system of the people who were exposed to this gas leak. Then the next topic is the revamped distribution sector scheme. The central government has given its approval for the implementation of the revamped distribution sector scheme in the Union Territory of Ladakh with a sanction cost of 6,687.05 crore revamped distribution sector scheme. So what is the aim? To distribution means electrical distribution, power distribution. To help the DISCOM distributing company improve their operational efficiency and financial sustainability. This is done by providing result-linked financial assistance to DISCOMs to strengthen supply infrastructure based on meeting a pre-qualified criteria, achieving basic minimum benchmarks. The budget, the scheme has an outlay of 3 lakhs 3,758 crore for 5 years from financial year 21-22 to financial year 25-26. The outlay includes an estimated government budgetary support of rupees 97,631 crore. Goal, reduction of the AT&C losses, transmission and distribution losses to pan India level of 12 to 15% by 24-25. Reduction of SCSAR gap to zero by 24-25. Improvement in the quality, reliability and affordability of power supply to consumers through financially sustainable and operationally efficient distribution sector. Component part 1, financial support for a prepaid smart metering system and system metering and upgradation of the distribution infrastructure. Part B, training and capacity building and other enabling and supporting activities. Nodal agencies, the REC, the Electrical Regulatory Commission. Okay, and the Power Rural Electricity Corporation and the Power Finance Corporation have been nominated as the nodal agency for facilitating the implementation of the scheme. REC stands for Rural Electrification Corporation. Okay, significance: world's largest electrical energy smart metering program aims to switch 250 million typical meters with smart one that will not solely assist scale back energy theft but additionally guarantee dependable electrical energy provided. The norms are additionally aimed towards bettering the reliability of high quality energy. Okay. Additionally, aims at bettering the quality of high quality of energy provided. It allows close to real-time gathering and switching of power utilization data. It will allow reduction in the AT&C losses, improve financial health, incentivize energy conservation, and ensure better billing cycle. Issues: lack of communication by some put in smart meters, extreme time taken in integrating advanced metering infrastructure with the legacy billing software program of the state-owned distribution corporations or DISCOMs. Interoperability issue of hidden system with a number of meter producers, sterling computerized acquisition and of meter information. Connection and disconnections are performed manually and never mechanically, defeating the target of avoiding human intervention. The program is dealing with a scarcity of chip, cybersecurity risk, and data privacy. And the way ahead, the smart meter structure minimizes human intervention in billing and assessment and reduce theft by figuring out lost buckets. The RDSS seems to be paving the way for this change in a power sector. There is a need to adopt a systematic deployment strategy for smart metering infrastructure. Concerted efforts are required to steer the power sector into a new era of financial stability and operational efficiency. The next topic is gum arabic. Sudan's eruption into conflict have affected the supply of gum arabic across the world. What is gum arabic? About gum arabic, it is a natural gum derived from the hidden sap of two species of the acacia tree, Senegal and Versilicina. The gum is harvested commercially from wild trees, mostly in Sudan and throughout the that region. Gum arabica first found its way to Europe in via Arabic port, hence the name. It is soluble in water, edible, and used primarily in the food industry and soft drink industry as a stabilizer. It is also used in printing, paints, glue, cosmetics, and viscosity control in ink and textile industries. Okay, so World Press Freedom Index, and there is a from Indian rank. India slipped in the World Press Freedom Index rank to 161 out of 160 180 country. So India's rank is 161 out of 180 country, which is a very poor performance in a democratic country where we always highlighted about giving press freedom or promoting press freedom. But in reality, the difference is something else. Okay, and India has slipped to 161 position out of 180 countries. The Indian government does not agree with the country ranking of the World Press Freedom Index. It has been published every year since 2002 by the Reporter Sans Frontières, a reporter without border. Based in Paris, the RSF is an independent NGO with consultative status with the United Nations, UNESCO, of the Council of Europe, and the International Organization of the Francophonie. That OIF is a 54 French-speaking national collective. Okay. Okay, so Organization of Francophonie is a 54 French-speaking nations collectively. The index ranks countries and region according to the level of freedom available to journalists. However, it is not an indicator on the quality of journalism. Okay, so it is only the freedom available to journalists while performing their function. Outcomes: India has gone from problematic to very bad, with the country slipping 11th rank in the World Press Freedom Index. Analysis released by Reporter Without Border, an organization that evaluates the environment for journalists across countries. The relative ranking of some countries: Pakistan rose to 7 ranks and was placed at 150th, and Afghanistan was ranked as 152. Norway ranked first on the index, 7th year in a row. So India, there is a fall in Indian ranking. So as compared to India, its neighboring country. So they have performed well, they have upgraded their status, but that is not possible on the part of India. Okay. Then the outcomes: India has gone from problematic to very bad, with the country slipping 11th rank in the world. Press Freedom Index analysis released by the Reporters Without Border, an organization that evaluates the environment of journalists across countries. The relative ranking of some countries: Pakistan rose up 7 ranks and was placed 150th, and Afghanistan was ranked 152nd, way ahead of India. Norway ranked first on the index, 7 years in a row. So, this Indian performance in this index is doubted by the government of India, but this is very deplorable because India is democracy and we allow freedom of the press as part of the fundamental right. But with all these rights being guaranteed, but the press is not enjoying free, and in the global standard, Indian press performance is not up to the mark. The next topic that we are going to take is the nuclear power could be the answer to India's energy needs and climate target. However, it comes with associated risk and concern. Nuclear power is an efficient way of boiling water to create steam, and this steam is used to turn turbines, which create electricity. India is one of the fastest growing economy in the world, and in the future it is said to set a substantial increase in power demand. Nuclear power has a huge potential to provide the country with a clean and environment friendly source of energy and ensure long term energy security in a sustainable manner. At the same time, it can also help in meeting the climate target of achieving net zero emission by 2070. However, there are inherent risks and concern attached to the use of nuclear power. India has a number of nuclear power plants, and after the nuclear deal signed in 2005, the proportion of Indian nuclear power has increased substantially in the total power generation, because we are able to get a supply of nuclear materials or fuel grade nuclear materials in the nuclear power plant. That is why. So, and Russia has started operating the two Kundalkulam nuclear power plants. That is why. So, the share of nuclear power in the total power generation has witnessed an increase. A benefit of using nuclear power as a source of energy: clean energy source. Nuclear power can make an important contribution to the quick expansion of low carbon electricity supply in the sustainable development scenario. It can also contribute to the air quality targets, as it does not generate any pollution. Nuclear energy is also considered to be the greener as compared to traditional power sources. Growing energy demands on account of factors such as population rise, increased urbanization, GDP growth, increase in manufacturing, etc. The energy demand in India have been growing. Further, India's energy consumption is projected to be rising by 156% between 2017 to 2040. Therefore, nuclear energy can help in meeting growing energy demands. Reduce dependency on coal. The huge amount of CO2 produced by the coal-fired power plants make that the electricity and the heat sector is the most carbon polluting sector in India. Nuclear energy can provide the country with clean base load power and reduce dependence on coal and traditional source of energy in the long run. More efficient than the other sources, nuclear power plants need much less fuel than thermal power plants. A single pellet of uranium weighing 6 gram contains the same amount of energy as 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas, 140 pounds of oil, or 1 ton of coal. Nuclear has a much higher energy output compared to its fuel intake. Job creation: India is planning to increase the nuclear power capacity from the existing 6,780 megawatt to 22,480 megawatt by the year 2031. This will lead to the setting of new nuclear plants as well as the creation of new jobs. The proposed Jaitapura project in Maharashtra is projected to create 50,000 jobs in the country, because only the big power plants are in Kundalkulam in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Risk and concern associated with nuclear power. Risk of nuclear disaster. Nuclear power plants carry with them the risk of nuclear disaster caused due to meltdown of reactors, the Chernobyl disasters, the New Milli Island disasters, the Fukushima nuclear disasters in Japan, as a result of the earthquake and the tsunami. Radioactive waste. This waste mainly composed of unconverted uranium along with the intermediate products such as plutonium and curium stay radioactive for extremely long period, presenting major problems with respect to their storage. Long time lag between planning and operation. The setting of nuclear power plants includes certificates of site, obtaining a site permit, purchasing or leasing the land, obtaining a construction permit, etc. This causes delay in making plants operational. Concern with respect to uranium procurement. While nuclear energy may not emit any harmful gases during the energy production process, the way this industry procures uranium does have negative impact. Mining the substance entails substantial blast, that being radioactive material to the earth's surface, contaminating the surrounding environment, the air, land, and the water. Okay. Health concern: generating electricity from nuclear power is accompanied by ionizing radiation, an invisible toxin which is hazardous in any amount. Cancer and genetic damage can be caused by radiation, leading to health hazards for the workers as well as the general public near the plant location. India's nuclear power could provide a reliable solution to power demand as against wind and solar that is not available around the clock. This could further lead to reduction in India's contribution to global greenhouse gas and meeting climate targets. Given the benefit associated with nuclear energy, the inherent challenge must be addressed in the holistic manner, but the threat should be taken into consideration also for this. Right. Then coming to the MCQs, on the following statement regarding the International Firefight Day. International Firefight Day every year on May 5th, May 4th. The main reason people celebrate this day is to honor the work, heroism, and sacrifice done by the professional firefighters all across the world. So, which are not correct, so both are correct, so answer will be neither one nor two are not, because both are correct. Recently, Special 301 report is related to, so it is United States Trade Representative, US trade law it is. So, it is imposed on the who violate trade rules of United States under this Special 301 provisions. This answer is imposed. Okay. Will be regulated. Then with reference to gum Arabic, consider the following statement. It is an indigenous variety of data found in the Saudi Arabia. It is used in the food industry and soft drink industry as a stabilizer. There is no alternative to gum Arabic in Fiji drinks. So answer 3, 2 and 3 are correct, because 1 is not in Saudi Arabia but in Sudan. Okay. Consider the following statement regarding World Press Freedom Index. India is World Freedom Index 161 out of 180 countries. However, top is South Asia region. No, so this is not correct. Okay, so released by the Reporters Without Border is correct. Norway ranked first on the index is correct. 2 and 3 are correct. So answer is C. Consider the following statement regarding blue bugging. It is a type of malicious attack. Okay. So it is correct. Okay, blue bugging attack exploits by FE enabled devices. Wrong. It can target speakers, smartwatch, and phones. That is also right. 1 and 3 are correct. Okay, so 1 and 3 answer is B. Then recently the place known as Despang Plain was in news. It is located in Ladakh of the Union Territory of Ladakh, and earlier part of the full state of Jammu Kashmir. After the bifurcation, it is in the Union Territory of Ladakh. Okay. In case of de-dollarization, which of the statement is not correct? It refers to the replacement of US dollar by other currency at the global reserve currency. Okay, that's okay. And currently, China yuan is seen as a primary alternative to US dollar. Incorrect. Euro and Indian rupee is best supplement to US dollar. So it is incorrect. Now most global acceptability in US dollar. So only incorrect is C. State of World Population Report 23 released by which organization? Released by the United Nations Population Fund. Okay. Then famous Basu Hill painting get GI tag. It belongs to Jammu Kashmir. And Surf Bank has launched its own AI chatbot named Giga Chat to compete with the AI Chat GPT. Surf Bank it belongs to Russia. This way, keep watching every day to enrich yourself on the development that is going on around you regularly. So be regular in watching to update yourself on a very regular basis. Thank you.